So MernStack, no, it is MernStack. It is a three-tier architecture itself. Like it will also be having the front end, back end, and database. So let us see with the architecture. Let me also open this one. So what actually is MernStack is M stands for MongoDB, E stands for ExpressJS, R stands for ReactJS, and N stands for Node.js. So then let us discuss about the individual things so that you'll understand like what actually is MongoDB, what is ExpressJS and all. So coming to MongoDB, so MongoDB it is a document database. So SQL databases are there, similarly, but SQL databases they are relational. SQL databases are considered as relational databases. So they are stored in separate tables. When data is needed, no, then we'll be extracting from multiple tables in SQL, which is relational database. But coming to MongoDB, MongoDB it is a documented database, which means that it is often non-relational database. It does not mean that it can't store relational data. Like it can also store relational data, but we can store non-relational data as well. Like MongoDB, it stores the data in documents rather than in tables. So instead of having multiple tables and all, no, we can keep all our data together so that reading and retrieving will be very fast. So in MongoDB, we'll call tables as collections and rows as documents. So that is the thing about the MongoDB. Like when we think about storing images and all, we can't store in the tables format, right? So for that purpose, we'll be using MongoDB, which is a non-relational database. Is it clear about the MongoDB? So we'll continue with Express.js. So Express.js, yeah. So Express.js, it is a fast, flexible web framework of Node.js. So Node.js, you can observe like Express.js, it is also a framework of Node.js, which is a part of MernStack. So it is effective tool that simplifies the building of web pages. Like we can use it for the sake of simplifying the building of web pages, APIs, using JavaScript as server side. Like here we'll be using the JavaScript as server side, and coming to Node.js, let me explain the Node.js also so that you'll understand the difference between the Node.js and Express.js. So both are the same thing. Like Node.js also, it is an open source server environment itself. It runs on various platforms, like it uses JavaScript on server side, similar to Express.js. But when we see the difference, no, Express.js it is built on top of Node.js. So Express.js adds more features while building the apps. So Node.js, no, it is just a JavaScript environment with libraries. That's all. But Express.js extends the Node.js by adding some middleware routing protocols and all those things. Like uh, we have to connect between the MongoDB and React.js, which is the front end React.js, right? So for the sake of the connection, building the connection between the MongoDB and React.js, we'll be using the Express.js, which will be acting as a middleware, but it is also a framework of Node.js. It will be built on top of Node.js. That is the thing about the Express.js and Node.js. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So let us continue with the React.js, which is the main thing that even our task is based on. Like React.js, it is a JavaScript library similarly, and React.js it is used for creating the user interface, which is UI. Like it uses a virtual DOM. Virtual DOM means like it is a JavaScript object which enhances the app efficiency. Like by using this virtual DOM, actually DOM it stands for document object model. So it is a JavaScript object. Like by using this, no, using real DOM, we can create like entire web pages and all. But React.js, it uses a virtual DOM. Like by using this virtual DOM, updating the virtual DOM, it is very faster than updating the real DOM, because this virtual DOM, no, it will be dividing the entire page into components, and will be modifying. If we want to modify, no, then we'll be modifying the part of page rather than modifying the entire page, which makes the app efficiency increase. So for this purpose, we are using the React.js rather than using the HTML. So all these things are very much important rather than using the HTML. So when we see the HTML, like HTML, no, it can't manage the interactivity between the pages of its own. But if you want to update, no, then HTML needs to be refreshed after calling. But React.js, it will not require any refreshing. Like when we update the code, the result, like the output, will be automatically changed without refreshing. Speed efficiency is also very much increased rather than using HTML. If we use this, no, React.js, speed and efficiency will also be very much increased for developing the web pages. So it is about the basic information about the React.js. So I think it is developed by the Facebook. Is it okay about the React.js?
Yeah,
Yeah. Coming to the architecture of the MernStack, I have told you, right? React.js, it is a front end. MongoDB, it is a database. So this server, it will be connecting the front end and database. So React.js, it is a front end, right? If, for example, let us think of designing a login page, which is a complete thing. It is also will be having a table, right? So I have selected that one. So React.js, it will, if we enter the username and password, then will be our credential, it will be checked in the database, right? So React.js, when we enter the username and password and click on login, that thing will be requested to this express.js to check whether the user is authorized or not. That one, which is a framework of node.js, it will be checking it in the MongoDB. Then the MongoDB will be giving the response whether it is an authorized user or not. And again, the Express.js, it will be forwarding the information to the React.js. This is how the MernStack works. Is it clear about how the MernStack works?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So let us discuss how to like create a basic React app. Like for creating a basic React app, you have to install the node in your laptop. So installing the node, it is very easy. You can go to the browser and type node.js install for Windows. Then you can install the node.js in your laptop. That's all. It is very simple. And after that, we have to create a folder wherever, if you want, you can install the create a folder that is of your choice. As of now, I'm creating it on the desktop and naming it as, let me some name it as Mern, and it is already there. So let us replace it with MERN1. And after that, let me open here. I'm using an editor which is Visual Studio Code. You can use editor of your choice, but it is very efficient. So I'm using this Visual Studio Code. We have to open this Visual Studio Code. So the problem is, like, running these MonStack applications, it will be taking time. So it's a time taking process. Let us wait for the VS Code to open. And after that, we'll be dragging and dropping the MERN1, which is a folder we have created, into that Visual Studio Code. And after that, we'll be having a command that need to be typed to convert this folder, like to install all the dependencies that are required for the React project. Because it will take a lots of time, you can try it. I have already installed, and I'm having a folder. That one I'll be explaining, but I'll be showing you the process, like how to install. Like, let me drag it. Sorry, let me drag it and drop it here. So it is strucking. So let us otherwise open the folder. It is the better way. So go to file, open folder, and after that select the folder, whatever you have created. Like we have created on the desktop, right? So go to desktop and MERN1, and after that select the folder. Then that folder it will be opening. Yes, like you'll be getting a warning, but it is not so important. And after that, this is our thing. We have got it into the editor, right? After that, you have to go to terminal and go to new terminal. And after that, you have to wait until the path is displayed. So the path of the folder which is presented, it will be displayed here. So after that, we have to type one command, which is npx create react app dot slash c. You have seen the path, right? And after that, this command it is very important. Npx, sorry, oh, you have to type npx, sorry, npx space create hyphen react, sorry, react hyphen app space followed by the dot and slash. This dot and slash, so we are using this because we are creating, like installing all the dependencies in this folder itself. So for that purpose, I'm using this dot slash here. And after that, we have to click on enter. It will take a time more than an hour because it has to install all the dependencies, right? So for that purpose. So meanwhile, we'll be seeing how after, like after the process is completed, you'll be getting all the dependencies here. I'll be showing it to you. You can try this of your own, and after that, if you don't get it, no, you can ask me in the next class. So let me show you the thing which I have already completed. Like it will be something like let me open the folder and let me go to this one. Yeah, this one I think. Let me open it with the VS code. Sorry, I have, yeah, let me go to file. Let me open the folder and which is presented in the desktop and MernStack task1 followed by the first. Select the folder. It will be opened here. You'll be getting a warning, and after that it will be opened. See, this is the thing. So initially, no, you'll be getting this one only, right? So after that, you'll be yeah, see, this one, no, we are running it right here, Mern one. You will be getting all these things, like whatever the things that are presented here, whatever the folders that are presented here, node modules, public src, git ignore, package.json, package.json, all these things. So they'll be defaultly getting into your project after this process gets completed. So it will take some time, but let me show you, like after completion, no, this will be in this way. We'll see about these. As of now, is it clear, like how to open it, how to create create the folder, how to type the command, like what is the command and all? Is it clear up to now? So is it clear? If you have any doubts, you can ask me otherwise. So here I have done nothing, right? I have just created a folder. I have opened it in the VS Code and I have typed the command in the terminal. Like the command is npx space create react app dot slash, and after that it will be installing all the dependencies and the folder will be like this. That is what I am saying. Is it clear up to now what I have explained? You can,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. If you have any difficulty to talk, you can even message also. So if you respond so that I can understand, right? So, and after that, we'll be having these folders, right? I have done nothing here in this code. So after installing all these things, no, I have not modified the code. These code, all these things, no, it will be uh, getting into your application defaultly. So after that, let me run this. So it will also take some time to run, so that we in between while it is running, no, I'll be explaining you about these folders. So the command for running is npm start. So let me close this here because already something is running. So let me wait until the path is displayed. See, the path is displayed, right? And after that, let me type, place the cursor here. And after that, let me type npm space start. And after that, click on enter. It will be running. So that let me say about these things in between. So coming to node modules, right, we are having. So we'll discuss with package JSON. So package JSON, no, in this folder you'll be seeing all the dependencies, packages that your project has installed, the code for them, and all these things that are it are stored in this node modules, which is third party libraries. So these things will not be in the user readable format, so no need to discuss about these things. But all the things that are installed in these libraries, no, these libraries, the versions and all these things is the package.json, but the code for those things will be stored in the node modules. That's all. And after that, in the public folder, so in public folder means like it will be containing only a single HTML file if you observe. Like let me open this. See, you can see right index.html file. All the icons and all, whatever the things that can be like run directly, like these images and all, they can be considered directly by the browser. So for that purpose, you'll be having the public folder. So all the single HTML file, right? So this HTML file, like let me open this HTML file. See, all this is the HTML code itself. You have you're seeing, right? So this HTML file you'll be having a root. If you observe, id is equal to root. You know the JavaScript. If you know, like in the JavaScript you will be having a function which is named as get element by id, that should be referenced with a root, right? So that id we are having in the index.html, we are calling that index.html in the index.js file, which is presented in the src. You know, it will be containing all the logic, like all the executable code and all these things. See, in the index.js, you will be calling it by using document.getElement by id of root. So that is the thing, the main thing in the React application. So when we run, no, that id, it is recognized, that is called here, and the project will be working. That is the process here, main process. Is it clear about the node modules, package JSON, and public folder? Like this public folder, it is nothing, like all these things, no, icons and all, images, that's all. See this images, it is also an image. After running, no, you can see these images. This is also one more image. That's all. Like manifest.json, no, it will also be containing all the, like, what are the things that are presented in the public folder, all the versions, sources, sizes, types, icons, and all those things we'll be having in manifest.json. So our robots.txt, it will be having just like what are the what we have to say in web browsers, no, we'll be having some links that has to be ignored. So in that case, we can place in disallow. As of now, we are not disallowing anything, so it is empty. When we want to disallow something, we can place some links here so that that link will be disallowed. That means which will not be enabled. And after that, here you can see that user agent is equal to star, which means that we are enabling the entire link so that we have placed star. Is it clear about the node modules and public folder?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we'll continue with this one. So this is the warning. It is not need to be solved. So we'll be getting the output. Don't worry. So after that, let us see this SRC folder. So in the SRC folder, we have app.css, app.js, and all these things. So app.js, CSS, it is a CSS file anyway. You can you'll be knowing, right, in the CSS what we'll be having. All the code for the styling. See all these app.logo, all these are the classes that are presented in app.js. For all those things will be what we have to the styling here, like what will be the height, what will be the width, what should be the logo, color, background images, white color, which means the text color and all those things. That's all. So in the app.js, we'll be having the code, which the functional component, like we will be discussed JS, no, like JavaScript. Here it will be having the functional components like function app, which means that we are opening an app function, and after that we are writing class name is app. See here, no div is header. This is not HTML. This is JSX, JavaScript XML. You can observe the difference by here you have class name, right? In the HTML you will be having class. So when you see the class name, it means that it is JSX, not HTML. So the syntax will be same for both HTML and JSX, but JSX it is used in ReactJS because it is efficient compared to ReactJS. Sorry, it is efficient when compared to HTML. So we are using this JSX here. So SRC is equal to, in the flower brackets we have put the logo, right? So by putting into the flower brackets, the logo will be directly displayed there. But in the HTML, it is will be having the syntax which is longer, right? So we'll be using this JSX here. See code src app.js and all these things like href, it has to represent something, learn react, all these things similar to HTML itself, like header div and all. So we are giving the permission to export this app.js. So because we'll be importing this app.js and all index.js also, if you see. So for the sake of giving if we give the permissions for the exporting, then we can import. That is the thing we are doing it here in the app.js. App.testjs also it is same, like it will be having some things like link element, how to like what actually is happening. Render means it is the function which will be like what should be done when we click on that. That should be that is this one. And expect link element. So to be in the document or all these things. No, all these are functions like what should be displayed and all. We'll be seeing in the app.testjs. That is what is about app.testjs. Index.css and index.js is also a similar manner. So index.js, whatever the thing we are using, we are styling in the body and code. So font family, font size and all. It has been successfully compiled. Let us wait for it to run. So index.cs is also similarly in the index.js also. So we are importing all the things, and after that we are calling it by get element by id, and after that whatever the things that are presented in the app.js, so that will be run. So this is the entire thing here. We'll be having a root ID in the index.html, which is presented in the public folder. When we run that, no index.html will be directly opened, run, and after that that ID it is called in index.js, which is presented in the src folder. So by using the element by ID function, so after that we'll be rendering. Here you can see right root dot render by referencing that ID root dot render of app. App means here app.js, the code that is presented in the app.js that will be run. That is the thing here. That is the entire React application that we are running. So this logo and all are images, and all these things like some files that are that need to be presented extra in our folder. All these things here like setup.js, Git ignore, no, we want to ignore some files and all, so that purpose will be ignoring this pnp node modules, all the dependencies and all here we are presenting. But when we want to ignore something, no, like debug logo, error logo and all, so for that purpose we'll be using this one. See, you can see, right? See this one for more about ignore files, ignoring the files, we can ignore the files by using this git ignore. So package log json, no, this package log JSON, it serves as a log file that captures the exact version of packages and their dependencies. Both the functionality is same, but here we'll be having the versions, and it ensures that same versions are installed. That is the main thing here in the package log JSON. So coming to the last one, which is readme. This one is just like about in some folders we'll be having about, right, what actually is presented in this folder, what are the commands to run, what are the commands to install, and all those things like comments. If here npm build, it is used for the sake of running tests. So deployment, npm eject, eject means what we can do, go back, and all these things, like all the will be having help, right, what should be done. So in that purpose we'll be having all these things. Is it clear about the things, like folders, like basic things about the folders? Yeah. So our application, no, when we run this, you'll be getting this output. See this output. It is initially you'll be getting this output. I have done nothing here. I have just imported the folder. I have dragged it or dropped it. If you want, here I have opened the folder. If you want, you can even drag it and drop it. So after dragging and dropping, you'll be getting the folder into that. And after that, open the terminal. Go to new terminal. Wait until the path is displayed. And after that, type the command npx space create hyphen react hyphen app space dot slash. So after that you'll be getting all the dependencies installed into your folder. After that, just run it, you'll be getting this output. That's all. If you want something to be modified, you can modify. That's all. See, I have installed, right? See, package.json file, it is installed. It is still in process. After some time, all the other packages will also be installed here in the similar way. But it will take lots of time. We have to wait. That's all. Is it clear about the thing what I have done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So as of now, it will be like this. If you want, no, you can change the background color. You can change the images that are presented in the background. You can name some background images extra and all those things. If you can add. So initially, you should do the same process for every React application. After that, you can modify, because all these things you can't type, right? So I have modified some thing. Let me show that to you. After modification, let me open this here, this one only. So this one is clear, right? So let us uh, open folder again, and let us open this one. Sorry, not that one. So I have to open, because I'm having another folder inside that. It is better to open that one rather than opening this one. See this one, I'll open this one because it will be easy for me to run. Let me open this. Let me go to file again. Let me open folder and go inside this. Open this one. See all these things, so they are already presented. I have just modified some background images and all. Let me close this terminal. So yeah, this is the thing. I have, yeah, Docker zip, module zip, all these things are not required. I have just made them into zip files. But let us run this by going to the terminal and going to the new terminal and Let us wait for the path to be displayed. In meanwhile, let us delete all these zip files because they may cause some errors. So inside this, I'm having some zip files like Docker file and the node modules, public and src. Docker files, node modules, public, src. Also select this. Let me, yeah. So let me select this one, to that, this one, and this one. Let me cut that and let me place them in the desktop. If and all, if we require, we can use it again. Mm, okay. So you can see that here we have got the path. So we'll run the command. We know that npm space start is the command to run our project. So let us wait for this to run. Meanwhile, we'll discuss about the modifications that we have done. So let me minimize this. Yeah. So these things are third party ones that are not need to be required. So index.html also I have made nothing change. I have not changed anything. I have just changed the title and I have just removed the comments. That's all. All these things are already presented like language, English, cassette. This one UTF it is used for the sake of converting the Unicode into ASCII and ASCII to Unicode. This meta links and all. No? Meta means metadata about the data, right? So what all the commands and all icon and this viewport settings, so width device width is equal to device width because we are running it in various devices, right? So to fit into the device width we are using this one, and after that initial scale is equal to 1. It is a zoom value. Initially the zoom is 1, and theme color and all these in descriptions means we are just these things are just for the meta tags, like they are not executable, like they are just for the sake of, without writing this also it will work, no problem, but for the sake of understanding we have written that one. This no script, no, because some editors, some not editors, some browsers they'll not be supporting the javascript. In that case we'll be getting the this one, you need to enable the javascript to run this app. This one will be getting as a comment, so that you'll understand that the browser it is not having the javascript, so that we have to enable the javascript in the browser. So id root and all these things, it is similar to the previous thing what we have discussed. Is it clear about the index.html?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So this PNGs and all, it is not required, right? All those for the pictures. This picture and all we have used. Initially it is not available, right? So we have used this one in manifest.json. So it displays about the properties of the particular document. So like short name icon. So here we have one icon which is the source brain.png. The type is it is image, and after that the size of image. So standalone, we are using the display standalone because we are having only single page. So when we have multiple pages, no, we'll be having something like I actually don't remember, but we'll be having something which is different from the standalone. When we discuss now, we'll be showing it. I'll be showing it to you. And after that, theme color, background color, and all those things are here. That's all. So it is about the manifest.json. So this is about the public folder. There is nothing more to be discussed in the public folder. Is it clear about the public folder? Can we move to src? This is the source. Is it clear up to now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So here, no, in the source search will be we have included this search, which are the images. So we have not used the entire things, like some things we have used, but for the sake of in the future purpose, I have installed all these things like Google logos and all. Here it is in the in the link format. See this one, and all these things we have used so that we are after running, no, will be I'll be showing it to you. So this is the basic thing. So all these images and all we have used, and after that in the app.css, app.js, it is similar way. I have told you, right? The css will be having the css of all these things. See, background, body, color, gradient, all these things. So all those things will be styled in app.js. So let me show you the code. So this is app.js. We are not having anything here. Just we are having the brand, what is GPT-3 features, possibilities, and all. We are having in the output. So I'll be showing you this also while showing you the output. So this is simple. We are importing the app.css. We are importing the React, and after that this blog features, footer, header, possibility, and all these things. So we are importing from these things like. Uh, Footer, header from the containers. We are having the containers here if you see. So see, containers are there, no? From these containers, we are importing these things. We are importing these from the components, CTA, brand, and all these things. And after that, inside the app, we have the app name, class name is app. And after that, this thing, no, app. This one it is styled in the CSS, so that I have used this class name. This also it is styled. And after that, we have opened the navigation bar. We are opening header. We are opening, and after that we are closing this div, and after that we are writing the brand, what is GPT-3 features, and all those things. So footer, blog, and all. So I'll be showing it to you in the output. So similarly index.js, so it is running. So in the index.js also we are having index.js and index.css. So in the index.js, we are having, like I have told you, right? It will be very simple. We'll be calling it by using get element by ID function, which is presented like in the reference by using ID in the index.html, which is presented in the public folder. And after that, we'll be rendering the app.js, it will be working. That's all. So Docker file, Docker ignore, and all these things, no? It is used for excluding some files or directories that are presented. So package JSON, package log.json, all these things like package JSON and package log.json. No, all these things we are using for the sake of knowing the dependencies, their versions, making sure that all the versions are same, and all those things we are using them. So it is running. So it is about the code. There is nothing to be discussed much. We have not done nothing modification. No, not so modification here. We have just included the images. We have just uh, place these components, containers, and all, like imported the images. Inside the article, we are having article CSS, article JS, which means like for that article to be presented, we have written something like this is a JSX code. I told you, right? We have to display the date, we have to display the title, read full article. It will be just for the sake of displaying purpose. That's all. So let me show you the output. Sorry. Yeah, this is the output. See, I have told you, right, in the app.js, I have home, what is JPT3, and all these things I have already shown you in the CSS code. If you observe, sorry, here, right? So app.css, app.js, sorry, in the app.js, I have shown you. Yeah, see this brand GPT-3, they will be displayed there. That's all. And after that, we have this one. So this is written in. Okay. So this is written in one of the asserts, and after that we have this one. I have told you, right? These all are icons, Google, Shopify, and all these things. they are the images that we have placed here, all the background images, all these things. And after that, in the public folder, I have shown you this image, which is in the address bar, and all these things, like all the thing is CSS itself. We have just made these things, like all these things you will be wondering like where they have got from, but they are presented here inside the containers. We have blog is one container, we have got blog.jsx and blog.css, right? So for that purpose, like, see, the title, open AI is the feature. Let us explore it now, right? July 20. For all these things, we have written the code there. That's all. So you will be getting all these things here. That's all. We will be calling them and we'll be displaying it. So is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is about the first task. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. So all the thing I have explained you, right? You have to just follow the first one. After that, you can edit that one by placing some background images and all. That's all. Is it clear about the React app? How to build a React app? Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, we'll end the session for today and we'll be meeting in the next class.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So this is for today. Thank you. We'll be meeting in the next class.
And when should we submit our
Thank
task?
you, ma'am.
So regarding all those things like submission of the tasks and the name of the tasks and all, you will be getting in your WhatsApp group. You'll be getting a WhatsApp group and all the things will be posted there.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can try the React app, like how to build the basic React app first. If you have any doubts in that, you can ask me in the next class. That is very simple, right? Opening the folder and typing one command. That's all. Before that, you have to make sure that Node.js is installed in your laptop. So Node.js, it will be getting, by installing the Node.js, you will be getting Express.js, Node.js, and also React.js. So this is for today. So I think everything is clear, right?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah. So we'll meet in the next class. Thank you.